What is going on, guys? We are back for another DSP video, and this week he goes crazy into the new year. He rants about Kino Casino, the trolls, money dips like crazy. He quits 4 games, that is right, 4 games, and he says his goal in 2026 is to quit as many games as possible if the money's not there. And we start off today where he shows off his meal from Christmas. And first up is his breakfast. Look at that, absolute prison slop. And then we see the meal, and yes, that thing in the left, that yellow stuff, that's supposed to be potatoes. Absolute slop again. And ladies and gentlemen, in 2026, DSP has said he now is going to do in real life content. But not only that, he has discovered a selfie stick. That is right. 43 years old, about to be 44. 2026, and he's now going to explain how a selfie stick works.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present you to a new piece of equipment that I have here, made by the same company that makes my key lights. Okay? This is a versatile filming stick. You can do multiple things with it. Allow me to show you. So, it pops right out. And what you can do is you can take any kind of mobile device. Personally, I just use my phone. And you mount it right into it. Like so. And you can do it on the fly, although it helps if you secure it between your legs so that way it doesn't move all over the place when you do so. And just like that, you got yourself a selfie stick. Okay? It's incredibly maneuverable. You can aim it in tons of different directions. You can even extend it incredibly far away from you if you so choose. Look how high it is. It's like I can touch my ceiling with this thing. Okay? But it's so secure and easy to use and lightweight. So it's probably one of the best selfie sticks out there, at least in my opinion, from what I've seen, for its maneuverability. In addition, it comes with a built-in Bluetooth remote that syncs with your device, so you can start and stop recording without ever having to touch the device. Okay? In addition to that, it's not just a selfie stick. It's also a fold-out tripod. So what you can do is you can set this up somewhere. Like, let's say, for example, you're going to film at a location, or you're going to go do, I don't know, a food review at a restaurant, and you want a scene of you just sitting there like at a certain angle or perspective trying the food, or posing, or doing an intro. Maybe you're outside the restaurant and you're doing an intro right in front of the front doors. So you can use this tripod to set up, and the thing gets so tall, just to show you, watch this. It's on the floor right now, and look how tall it is. It's above me. So it actually goes to about, like, I think it's like 5 feet or something crazy like that. When you fully extend it, it's pretty darn awesome. Okay? So this thing is incredibly versatile with what it can do. And as you can see, it's very easily collapsible. It's very easily foldable. Very easily usable. And very maneuverable. It's a great device. And by the way, it was like 30 bucks. Okay? So, number one, it was a tech test of that. Would this thing work? Right? When hooked up with my phone, what would it look like? What would it sound like? Now, wait a minute. That's right, because you might say, if you're going to film when you're out and about, and you're going to do stuff like that, how would you capture the audio? Because obviously there's a speaker somewhere in your phone, but it's probably like down here at the bottom. If your phone is out here as you're doing selfie filming, how is it going to catch your voice? That's a perfectly valid thing to ask. Because in general, most people who do stuff out and about do not use the phone microphone. It just wouldn't pick you up, or if it did, there'd be insane amounts of environmental noise, and it just wouldn't sound good. And so, what most people do is they use some kind of a microphone. Enter the Rode Micro wireless microphones. This is a set of microphones, not just one, that wireless, well, not wirelessly, but they charge via USB in this charger case. There they are. They're actually magnetic, so they snap into place in the case to charge. And all you do, it's just a little wireless microphone that you just take off as if you have like a pin or whatever, and you can attach it to whatever it is that you're currently wearing, like so. And now you have a portable microphone that's attached to you, and this thing comes with great software that actually uses noise isolation technology to cut out environmental noise, and it sounds as if you're talking directly into a studio mic, just like this. So for example, if you didn't see it yet, go check out the video I made on Christmas and listen to my voice. It sounds beautiful. It's like crisp, clear, and doesn't have any environmental noise at all, despite the fact that I had 2 fans going on in the room. And that's because the microphone is actually built for on-the-go vlogging and talking while you're filming with a phone like this. It actually works because it has a USB-C adapter, and all you do is you plug it into the bottom of your phone like so. This activates the device and allows it to sync with your phone. And actually, it works with not 1, but 2 at once. So 2 different people can be talking and having their voice recorded into the same video at the same time. It also works at a great distance for them to understand. You can be like at the other side of the house, and these things still work. So...
And of course, for years, DSP would ban people, call them fucking morons, when they suggested he did in real life content. That he filmed himself cooking, filmed himself going to conventions, did DSP tries in restaurants. And he kept saying, I can't do that. People are gonna mess with me. I can't do that. Ban, ban, ban. Gone forever. But now, 2026, you can see how desperate he is for money. He needs that money. He really, really does. He's willing to do the stuff that he said he will never, ever do. And despite DSP being very toxic to his audience, demanding money, extorting them for moral messages, calling them mouth-drooling morons, calling them retards, telling people to eat shit of his fucking ass, being the king snake on the 6-6 podcast, straight out of fucking hell, he's not worried because kids are watching his content now, especially Pokemon. And at one point, he was worried because he said a swear word and kids are watching him, dude.
And this is legit. A few weeks ago, someone tweeted me and they were like, hey, I just want to let you know I really enjoy your Pokemon streams. I've actually started to watch them with my daughter because she likes Pokemon, and it's good because, you know, I'm liking your content now, and it's something that we can watch together of your content. You know, obviously we're not going to watch horror games and stuff like that, but it gives us something to watch together and enjoy your content. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, because you don't really think of it that way. Like, I never thought of it that way. Like, oh, there might be people who watch my content, it's PG content for certain kinds of games and streams. And it's funny because, like, there was a time or two in the last month when I was playing this and something bad happened and I swore. And I was like, oh, crap. Like, actually, maybe that wasn't a good idea, because I very well could have people watching me right now who are, like, kids and stuff watching me play Pokemon, and now I'm swearing. And now they're like, uh-oh, Daddy, what did he just say? You know what I mean?
And now DSP hates it when people say he's crashing out. And he's saying, I'm only showing emotion. And when people show emotion, it shouldn't be a crash out. So you're telling me, DSP, you're crashing out about people saying you're crashing out.
Benty Face, in what universe are you existing? He goes, your viewers don't want to hear you rant on and on about this. About what? Here's the truth. You don't know what a rant is. It's not, you think that every time that someone even shows an emotion on a stream, it's a crash out. You think that anytime that someone just responds to a request on a stream, it's a rant. You're dumb. Like, you have to, like, totally improve your brain. Because what you're saying makes no sense. Should I ignore my audience and never speak with them?
And now we get to the very first game that he's gonna quit because he can't solve a puzzle. Imagine that. Big Brain Burnell, too dumb to solve a puzzle. And of course, he was at $30. I wonder why he quit this game. And I saw this from the beginning. As soon as he said, I'm playing routine, I knew he was not gonna finish this game because it doesn't have yellow paint, doesn't tell him where to go. The puzzles you actually have to think about. and he's too dumb for this game.
2, 6, 0. Chat is saying 3260. Sorry, folks, I tried. That's enough. 40 minutes of one puzzle is enough for me. The game sucks because they fucked up the puzzles. If they would make real puzzles in there for intelligent people, it would be good. It's awful. All right? To be legit, this is not good. I'm not wasting any more time on it. Good riddance. Okay. Sorry, I tried, everybody. We're just gonna hang out now. What a waste of time. What a shame, because we played so much into it and had a good time with it. And then they got to do that shit. They got to mess it up with a busted puzzle with awful instructions that literally no one can figure it out, even on the stream. So, fuck it.
And of course, his audience is calling him out, saying, "You hit the wrong button, Phil. Phil did not hit the button twice. He did nothing wrong. You hit the wrong digit. DSP Gaming, you hit the wrong digit." And then we have this from Khet 9XL Snack Pizza. "Philip, go get my snack pizza out of the oven now. We are definitely not having any leftovers after tonight. Give me your crust too. If you don't eat them, devour. Devour." And this is absolutely hilarious. So throughout 2025, anything that the trolls made fun of DSP, he would try to work on or lie about it so they would stop making fun of him. You know, the fitness arc, the snorting, no background music so everything was boring. And now, in 2026, he's gonna say he bought a footrest, so his feet are not all over the place. But remember guys, the trolls do not control his life, even though he ended his bloodline because of the trolls, and they're trolling, dude. And then we have gifted memberships from Fat Cat's Huge Ass Reel. And also, Cat deserves so much better. And now, the second game that DSP has wage quit is Megabonk. That is right, the game that Asmongold told him to play. But as soon as the roaches left, it was all over. Everything they liked, it's gone. Banned forever. And how much did he make on this stream? That is right, $37.
I don't know. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear your feedback, but let's at least end the video. We'll see what happens. But looks like the next thing to do, I would have to keep playing with Calcium and or try to get the Aegis challenge or something else like that because I need 2 more. You know what I'm saying? All right. Thanks for watching Megabonk. All right. Yes, it is time to split the part regardless, everybody. But here's the question. What do you guys think? Are you liking it enough that you want more? Or do you really feel like at this point, we've kind of hit the wall? Gameplay-wise, for me, I feel like we've hit the wall. Like, I feel like if I keep playing it, now I have to treat it more seriously. It can't be as casual or fun as it was at first. It's not even that chaotic anymore. It's more like, okay, now I have to completely start following the meta and going, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. To me, like, I'm thinking maybe that's it. But I mean, you guys let me know. But yeah, tonight we only had around 200 viewers. Now we're at 400 because someone's view botting because it's an hour in and I don't have a lot of support. So now they're like, haha, let's view bot to make it look like people are here when they're not. Some of the people who actually originally were here for this actually aren't even here anymore. I've noticed that too. So I don't know. You get a vibe every once in a while that, you know, this game is outstayed its welcome. This was supposed to be like a casual, fun game just to try it out. I get it. I like it. But I don't know if this is a game I want to invest tons more time in, right? Am I really going to become a Megabonk master and try to unlock every character and beat the whole game? Probably not. You know? And, to be honest, there's people who have been asking recently for new games. So now maybe it's time to move on from this and find something else. And I'd be okay with that. But, you know, what do you guys think? Because if not, we'll just hang out for an hour for tonight, and then instead of doing Megabonk again this week, we'll figure out something new. Kane says I'm listening in and jogging at the moment. That's about why I'm absent. Ryan says not worth the stress. Fed Rogers says we've seen everything the game has to offer. Crazy Todd wants me to keep going because I'm getting better at it. King Michael says, nah, let's do new games, this week. Code Oink says, yeah, probably something new. Sweet Kentucky Waterfall says, you like variety. I don't think mastering this game really fits your style. No, you're right. Like, when we first played it on a whim, because people suggested it, I was like, all right. Then it kind of got addictive. Now, I'll be honest, it seems like it's just becoming grindy. There's a difference between when you were initially unlocking a whole bunch of new stuff and getting into it, and now it just feels like, do we really want to only do like 1 or 2 unlocks a week when I play it, and it's just grind? I don't know. I feel like maybe we've done enough.
And DSP's now gonna say $66 for a night stream is not good. What's going on? Why are you guys not supporting? You need to tell me what I need to play to give me money. But remember guys, his audience, the whales, do not control his streams. They do not control what he plays. They have no power over him. He is a master of his own destiny. And he also says, remember too, he can play any game he wants. It's not about money because he's in a good position, dude. Well, this doesn't sound like it, Phil.
All right, everyone. Yeah. I think it's time to call it a night. I want to thank everyone who hung out with me here for like what was it, about an hour? Just under an hour. I appreciate it. Again, sorry that Mega Bonk kind of petered out tonight. It is what it is. The thing is, that's going to be the nature of the content I put out moving forward, is there's going to be games that on the fly we play them. And we give them a shot. And maybe they will work for a while, but not every game is going to become an insanely lengthy playthrough. I want you to understand that's the difference of mentality of my content creation today versus what I used to do. It used to be if I buy a game, that's it. I'm going to play it all the way to the end. I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to spend insane amounts of time on the game. We don't have to do that. Okay, we can try games, like them for a few streams and say, all right, it worked, but now it's time to move on. With Megabonk, honestly, I kind of feel like maybe we went a couple streams longer than that anyway, and now we're like, all right, time to call it quits, let's do more stuff. And I'm okay with that. Like, we have to get used to that in 2026. That's going to be a distinct change to my content. That we'll try more things, but that also means we have to drop more things. There's no way that I can try more games but then play them all to ultimate completion. It'll never work. In reality, most creators don't do that, but I was one of the people who was like a stickler for the past who would do that. And then people got used to me doing that, and I'm like, well, if we're going to do it, new stuff, try new stuff, be different, adjust on the fly, we can't do that. I can't finish every single game that I'm playing right now and go to the very end. You know how long that would take? I'm playing like 6-7 games right now, right? So, yeah, and again, some people won't get it, but, change happens, and I hope that you understand that this is a change that's going to be overall better for us in the long run than worse. To not have games in the schedule that people are not liking anymore, or they kind of overstayed their welcome, but we're still playing anyway, I'd rather move on to something else. So, that's the good news, is that maybe later this week, since we're not going to do a Mega Ball, we were going to do a Mega Ball stream on Wednesday night, well, now we're not. So now, what are we going to do Wednesday night? I don't know yet. We could do something new. We could play an extra stream of something else. You know what I mean? And that's fine. That's actually a good thing. So let's play it by ear and let's see what happens, okay? Okay. I'm just figuring, okay, we're good? Everyone, I didn't miss anything, right? Okay. All right, well, thank you all for hanging out with me. Hope you had a great time tonight. If you watched on demand, please remember, like the video, leave comments. Engagement is key to the channel. Thanks to those who hung out tonight. See you tomorrow. Okay. All right, guys. So, quick reminder. All right. Tomorrow, there is no podcast in the morning. It is Tainted Grail. We're going to give it a shot, a major stream of it, and see if it's good, and see if past the intro, if it's something we want to continue to play. Okay? Yeah. By the way, whoever unbanned Big Barb, you better watch out. Like, stop doing that. I didn't give you permission to unban Big Barb. I banned them earlier today because they were being toxic shitbags. And I don't want them back in here. So I don't know why they're in the chat right now. Seriously. I just banned them again. I'll stop unbanning people. Like, don't piss me off. I don't know who's doing that. Someone's like secretly going behind the scenes, unbanning people. Well, someone's gonna get unmodded right away. Okay? Okay. So, what was I saying? Tomorrow, no podcast in the morning, but we are gonna do a major stream of Tainted Grail. We're gonna see how it goes, all right? And it should be a good stream, hopefully. Hopefully the game's good and something we want to keep in the rotation. I get a better idea if it's a good game where I want to talk about it in like my Game of the Year considerations. I don't know. And then tomorrow night, it is Power Wash Simulator to chill. Yes, I'll have a few drinks while we clean stuff. It should be fun. Okay? All right. Everyone, thank you. Everyone, please have a good night. And I'll see you all in the morning, all right? Everyone, peace out. See you in the AM. Bye-bye.
And of course, one of the reasons DSP support is down so much this week is because of Kick. Basically, everyone except for ICS and your future step cuck is still there, but they're not supported. The entire leaderboard is nothing but ICS 220, whatever he wants to be called now, and your future step cuck. Everybody else is like, fuck this, he bans everyone, he doesn't listen to us, he doesn't talk to us. He talks down to us. Why are we even supporting him? Oh, that's right. Let's stop, dudes.
Thank you to Demonic Abyss. Demonic Abyss has just dropped 5 memberships on the community on YouTube. Thank you so much, Demonic. I appreciate that. That's $15 of support. Thank you for that. Once again, we have yet another night. This is the 4th stream in a row where we have pretty much no support whatsoever from Kick at all. Tonight we have 2 subs, I believe, from All Your Future Stepdad, and nothing else. No kicks whatsoever. Earlier today we had 500 kicks from 220 and no subs at all. So the Kick viewers, they're just not supporting the streams. I don't know why. The YouTube viewers continue to be pretty supportive, and the tips have been great recently. I just don't know what this pattern is this particular week with Kick, because last week it wasn't like that. I don't know. Kick doesn't deserve face cam, just give them audio, says Kodoing. Sadly, I can't change the actual feed to each service. I can't have audio only to Kick and video to YouTube. There was 100 kicks earlier, okay, from Bardikit? Alright, well then I take that back. Bardikit, thank you for 100 kicks, I missed it. You're right, I didn't see it. I mean, how many months are we now into having kicks on Kick, and they still don't have a service that tracks them properly? Seriously, it's pretty bad. Don't ask me how it still doesn't work. I still have it enabled. The track kicks, it still doesn't work.
Your future stepdad, thank you for a gifted sub. So your future stepdad, for the record, you're only the 2nd sub of the week. If you take a look at the leaderboard right now, basically no one on Kick has contributed this week besides you, and 220 did 500 kicks earlier today. And we're at the 4th stream of the week. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on Kick this week so far, but it's abysmal. Thank you for the sub, really. Like, overall, support's great this week. Like, I'm not going to lie. Support overall has been very good every stream, but I don't know what happened with Kick this week. No clue.
And the daily wrap, this is his title. We need viewers back for Expedition 33 because he was complaining despite getting all the money on there, 150 plus, his attendance was down and he needs more people. Otherwise, he's going to quit it. Megabonk concludes. And now DSP being very cringy. I mean, every day he's cringy, but even more cringy than usual. He's now gonna do a ban dance whenever he bans people.
The guy was talking about my mother in chat. It doesn't even matter. Like, if you're bringing up my mom's name in chat and you're invoking my mother, you're gonna get banned. At what point ever did I sit here in chat and start talking about my mom's real name and things? Never. So the moment you do that, I'm gonna instant ban you, and I'm gonna laugh about it too. I'm gonna glow. I'm gonna dance. I'm actually gonna get up and do a little jig like this. I'm gonna be like, we're going to call this the band dance from now on. Ready? It's like one of those Irish jigs. Everyone, come on, get up and do the band dance with me. Okay, very nice.
And then DSP was looking for more games because he keeps quitting everything, and someone said, play RimWorld. And he says, no, I'm not going to play it, it's $28. But then said, if people support it, he'll play it. It's funny how money controls you in every single way, Phil. So he made a plan. New Year's Eve stream is going to be RimWorld. And you can tell that the first day is going to be successful because it's always successful on the first day. Well, not every playthrough, but you know what I mean. But it's going to die off. He's going to complain. The graphics, the support, the devs. People want this game. Where are they at now? You know what's going to happen. Then we have this from the Cheesy Bear. Not sure if you're aware, but we were talking in Asmongold's Discord, and like 90% of our community says they are banned from talking on your Kick channel. And imagine doing this for 18 years, and these are your view numbers on your videos on demand. And now we get to game number 3 that DSP is going to quit. And it is Tainted Grail. That is right, the free game that he got from the developers, actually 2 copies of the collector's edition. He's going to complain. There's no support. That is right, he's complaining about support on a free game that he got from the devs. And he's going to say, where are you guys at? You wanted this. What's going on? It's just like Skyrim. And he just doesn't get it. All these games, they're low supported. Because of you. You have to make the game entertaining. You're the streamer. You're supposed to entertain them. But of course, DSP will throw money at everything and anything, but to refuse to believe that the core material, which is him, is the problem. And it's like a cancer that spreads and throughout the content and ruins everything.
I don't like the game so far. I like it. I like it just as much as, you know, Skyrim or Oblivion, honestly. I don't know. The question is, how much do you guys like it? Because attendance is just average, engagement isn't great, support isn't great, so I don't know how much you guys like it or not. People are complaining in chat that it's too similar to Oblivion. Someone's out there. Your money for your lie. You're no match for our bad.
There. Thanks for watching. Okay. I mean, guys, I can only do so much. You know what I mean? Really, I can only do so much. I was liking the game. I am disappointed that the audience didn't. I don't know why. Like, you would think you would like this kind of game. I don't know. People have liked it in the past. I don't get it, but, you know. Today, it seems like just today in general, people just wanted to be toxic. They just wanted to come to the stream and just be really, really negative about everything. But, you know, that's what happens when you're a shit brain. And all you want to do is, you know, ruin everything for everyone. You know, people were trying to be nice and enjoy the game on the stream. You got a bunch of trolls. What are you going to do? Right. All you can do is do your best with what you're given. And, you know, I tried to make it fun and entertaining and tried to enjoy the game and you know, learn about it and unlock things and, you know, go to new places and see if it was good. I personally like it, but you can't make people act like, you know, above the brain age of 4 years old. Is it, you know?
And the scumbag alien that he is, DSP, has to do this every single time, eat food like a wild animal, and for some reason, he got a burger and ate it like a taco. And if you want to see how weak and pathetic DSP is here, he gets attacked by a roll of paper towels.
Let's move on. Let's actually get more napkins here. I came prepared today. Okay.
And now, the beginning of 2026, DSP has realized now the Asmongold bump is gone, the roaches have left, and he's going back to the level of support, the level of engagement, the level of everything prior to Asmongold. And now he's sad about that, and he really wants to maintain what he has. And as a content creator, you want to grow, you want to evolve, you don't want to maintain. And keep in mind too, DSP always says, you have to grind until you make it, then you can get lazy and just maintain. And you wonder, Phil, why everyone says you squander all opportunities and money that is given to you.
Is Power Wash on the chopping block? I mean, I'm enjoying doing it. Again, I wish that I could get more engagement and support doing it. Again, attendance is down. I don't know what's going on. You tell me. Nothing has changed. I come back from Christmas break. We got way lower attendance. We've got way lower engagement and support. Like, everything is down out of nowhere. What did I do? Nothing. Nothing's even happened. There's been no drama or anything. So I have no clue. Right before Christmas, things were great. You know, attendance was still up. Engagement support was up. Everything was going swimmingly. You know, I didn't change nothing. But again, it's like they say success is fleeting. And sometimes you'll have that boost going on. And sometimes you won't. And sometimes you'll be on a high, and sometimes you'll be on a low, and sometimes you'll be in between. Right now, I feel like we're kind of returning back to kind of the levels of before. The Asmongold little bump that we had there, which honestly I knew was going to happen. I just didn't know how long it was going to take. And I'm fine with that because we were doing good. We were doing good before that. Like I said, this year, even before I had the interview with Asmongold, this was the best year I have had in a decade. No exaggeration. It's been that good of a year. So I'm just happy that things went so well, and I'm hoping that we can maintain. All I'm looking to do is maintain. Growth is great, but maintaining is fine. Maintain the level that I have and enjoy what I'm doing with life and making the content I want to make and being successful doing it. I'm cool with that. So is this on the chopping block? No. But certainly it would be great to be getting more levels of attendance, engagement, and support on the stuff I'm doing. I don't know what happened because we were getting that, and now it seems to be, I don't know, leveling out back to where it was. All right, guys. Well, it's time for the obligatory, after 30-minute mentioning of please engaging and supporting with the content. So if you're here tonight, if you could give the stream a like, I would appreciate that. Liking the stream allows me to get noticed on YouTube in the algorithm, and it brings DSP Gaming to the forefront so people can actually find my content rather than finding all of my detractors who steal it. So if you could like the stream, I would very much appreciate that. If you're watching on demand, liking the video or leaving comments on the video also adds that level of engagement that lets people find this channel. So please do if you like the chill content. If you're watching live and you like the chill content and you want this to continue, please support it. If people don't support and engage with the content, that tells me you don't want it. And therefore, I'll try other stuff. You know, I've liked Power Wash Simulator 2 for the last, 3 sessions we've done so far? I want to say it's been 3 sessions. I think it's been quite chill fun. It's been a good replacement for Truck Sim, which I really honestly was kind of bored with for a long time and really was being carried by maybe 2 or 3 people tops because of contributions. But once I freed myself from the tether of only judging a game on contributions, and I started, caring about, hey, do I actually like the game? Does the audience, like the game outside of a small group? I tried listening to you guys, and you said, we still want chill content. So, all right, let's do this. And that's why we're doing it. All right, so if you do like the chill content, you like the interactivity, you like the dialogue that we have, please support the stream tonight in some way. If I see that, engagement and support are low, it means that probably the popularity of the game is waning and we do something else. Which, again, I'm okay with. 100%. I'm okay with doing other content. I am. Whatever you guys want. Again, I'm not streaming for myself. I'm streaming for an audience. So you guys tell me what it is you want, and we'll go from there. Like I said, I did listen to you guys earlier today, and we're going to be trying RimWorld out on Wednesday night. That was a direct request you guys have given me all year long. You said, RimWorld, we want RimWorld. Everyone likes this game. It's virally popular. All right, I'll give it a shot. Let's try it on Wednesday night. Let's see what it is, because I legit don't really understand it. To me, it doesn't look that interesting, but that doesn't mean that I'm right. You know, I didn't think Megabalk looked interesting, and then ended up being like 10 good hours of content. I didn't think Arc Raiders looked interesting, and that's been, you know, a dozen hours of good content. So, you know, it doesn't mean that I always know what I'm talking about. You guys have more exposure to a lot of games than I do. So please continue to suggest things, okay?
And despite DSP saying Power Wash Simulator 2 is not on the chopping block because of low support, he wage quit. That is right. The 4th game that he wage quit this week is Power Wash Simulator 2, and it was so bad, so boring, that even Jade, yes, even Jade himself, the one that has mental and physical limitations, doesn't even want to watch DSP play this game.
So, this is probably where we're going to call it quits for tonight. I honestly would like everyone's feedback, because once again, here we are with another stream. I've been streaming now for over 2 hours, and engagement is kind of 50-50. I would argue there's 50% of the people that were here tonight were here to talk, which is good. The other 50% are just to talk about how the stream's slow, how I don't get support anymore, how the Asmongold bump is over, you know, trollish idiots. And I want to do something that's going to engage the right audience. Okay, at this point, it seems like we got a bunch of games that we had in the rotation that for a bit they were working, but they're really not anymore. You know, Mega Bonk was one. It had a little bit of a rush, a push, and it seems like we played 9-10 hours of it. This one, kind of the same thing. Right, a little bit of interactivity and fun. We had the music playing. It was nice. But now it seems like most of the people coming by are kind of meh. Like even Jade left. And Jade is here literally to talk and chill, and Jade took off. So maybe this is the logical stopping point for this one. I've been trying my best to entertain you and talk and chill, but there's only so much that I can do, you know? I feel like this maybe is a game if you're just trying to relax for yourself, you play it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be an engaging stream for an audience, unless that audience is down to understand that, you know, this is what you're doing. You're cleaning something, you know? So, I don't know what you guys think. Obviously, once again, I have to appeal to the audience. I can tell you right now, the streaming audience is torn. 50% of the people like chilling with me, okay? 50% of the people are just here to troll and say that this game sucks. And that's what's been going on with a few games recently. 3 straight streams now that's happened. So it makes me feel like we need to find the right balance of the right things to do so that enough people are enjoying it, that we're going to have good times together, people will engage and support in a positive way, and it outweighs the people who want to be here to just be negative. You know what I'm saying? So I like this game, but honestly, like, my thumb is throbbing right now from playing it tonight, and I feel like maybe it's time to give it a rest. I don't know. You tell me. It's, you know, like they say, actions speak louder than words. And tonight we had pretty much the same attendance that we've been getting every game. We've been getting, you know, half engagement for what I was getting. And the support is slow compared to what we were doing. So, you tell me, right? I mean, I have the evidence. I have what I need. But of course, no matter what I do, it's the wrong choice. Because that's what I'm told no matter what. Is that no matter what I decide to do, it's wrong. It's the wrong, how you made the wrong choice, Phil. So I don't know.
Despite DSP on the 666 podcast straight out of fucking hell saying that he was King Snake, he cased the Kino Casino, he robbed them, he used them. Now he's saying he was pulled into drama, and he can't be part of drama anymore. He needs positive collaborations. He needs people to work with him under his schedule, his way. Yeah, Phil, the Wings of Redemption collab went really well for you. But of course, who would want to collab with someone who's going to snake them in the end?
Third Strike says, I feel like this was like your craziest year, and I hope things calm down next year. Yeah, I think the thing was this year, undoubtedly, I got pulled into drama. Like the first half of this year, I kept getting pulled into drama that I wanted to get out of. I did get out of it. And then people were so desperate to get me involved in it, and I didn't. Like, I refused to engage in it, thankfully. So now I feel like next year I should be more in control of what I'm involved in, because we're getting long removed from that nonsense now. And hopefully, you know, if things go positively, maybe I could be involved with more positive content. Maybe there could be some more positive collabs in 2026 rather than being involved with the negative stuff that's kind of was residual this year. That certainly would be great. I guess we'll see what happens.
And look at this pattern. Power Wash Simulator 2, $67. Tainted Grail, $93. Megabonk, $66. What a fall from grace. Asmongold would say you're pathetic, Phil. And start begging like a bitch. Then also, I pointed this out. Looks like minimum wage in Renton, Washington is going up to $20.57 for medium-sized companies, which would be a company that employs 15 to 500 employees. But it doesn't stop there. On July 1st, 2026, it's going to be $21.57, which means things are going to get more expensive, and with DSP's dwindling support, it'll be interesting. And then I was getting ready for my year in review stream, which will be on the 8th of January, right here on this channel and also on my Kick channel, kick.com/dashfire. And DSP played 108 games. He completed 31% of the games he played and dropped 69%. So he had 34 games completed and 74 games dropped. And look at this computer enhanced picture of DSP. There is no way this man is making it to 50 years old. And DSP keeps saying this every time he gets anonymous tips. Before anyone can say, that's fake, it's a fake tip, ha ha ha, it's a fake tip, DSP himself comes out and says, this is not a fake tip. People say I fake tips, I never had to, I never will. But also in the past he said, I could have faked everything, you don't know.
Of course, idiots will say it's fake when it's not. I never fake contributions. I just want to make that abundantly clear. I never fake contributions at all. I literally, in all of the years that I've been a streamer, not once have I faked a contribution on a stream. I think that would be counterproductive. I know some people argue, oh, it makes it seem like you have more support, and people are like, oh, positivity and stuff. That doesn't matter. What matters is consistency. What matters is people coming to support you that are real. It's funny when people are like, oh, if someone, like your wife is contributing or something, like, are you stupid? Then I would be paying taxes on that, fees on that. Like, what are you talking about? I have never, ever faked a single contribution on any of my streams ever in the history of me doing this. So just understand that. So thank you so much for that last minute support. I really appreciate that.
And look at the leaderboard this week. For Kick support on gifted memberships, Fat Cat's Huge Ass Real, Fat Cat Power Wash Ass, Bag Piggy Bag Oink, Cat Deserves So Much Better, Robust Organic Supporter, and well, you see the name at number 10 there. And also, I love that he stopped deleting clips. Like this one, obviously I can't read this on YouTube, but you can see what it says. Now this is absolutely hilarious. Remember, this is coming from DSP's own mouth. That Cat sometimes watch Detractor videos, which means she's seen all the stuff, all the evidence, and she even brings that to DSP and says, is this true? Did this really happen? And one specific video that Duty made of DSP in water during the flood is one of the videos Cat watched. And of course, you know, something's gonna click in her head one day. Even though she's a space cadet, eventually she's gonna realize the money is dried up. And at that point, when the money dries up, the gold diggers leave.
It was funny because my wife, it was about a week or two ago. I want to say it was like 2 weeks ago. She says to me, you know, she was watching YouTube videos and just on a whim, something pops up in her feed because every once in a while she gets a video about me from one of my detractors. I mean, how can avoid it, right? If you've ever watched a DSP video, you're going to get detractor videos in your feed. She goes, I just got this in my feed. I had to show it to you. She goes, there's no way this is true. She shows me this video. I don't even know who it was from. So it's like an AI image of me like drowning in water. And it says, DSP has a $16 Pokemon stream and rage quits the game. And I'm like, exactly. I'm like, what? What? Huh? And the view, it has like 10,000 views.
Then we have this from Stalkin' Tiger, who is Timbo, went bankrupt 3 times for DSP, and he says this. Watching old videos of you from just a few years ago really shows how much passion you have lost for gaming. Remember, he sent them $54 with this message. I really hope you find that passion again for games and start playing better games in 2026. Try Hollow Knight and Yakuza 3, help me. Oh, Timbo, there's no helping you. 3 bankruptcies, you're supporting DSP, LOLCOW Live, and RTU. you're a lost cause. Plus, don't forget the hot tub streamers you spend money on too. And of course, like I said earlier, the first ever stream of RimWorld got whaled out over $500. And all of a sudden, he loves the game and he's going to play more of it. He even said he wants to play RimWorld 2 to 3 times a week. Now, let's go back and see his initial thoughts on RimWorld.
Wow, it's expensive. $28. What is this? What is this? This is what you suggest for me? This nonsense? Look at this game. How dare you? How insulting. Look at this game. No, you guys told me about this one before, right? You said that basically the graphics look silly, but the game is actually a really, really good game. That it's a plot, a interesting plot about survival or something like that. Right? Like you said, it was pretty good, like the actual narrative. See, I would compare this to say, did you ever play the game? Oh God, what was it? To the Moon? To the Moon looks like shit. It looks like Final Fantasy 6 or 4 in a modern day. You know, like why would I play that? But actually, it's one of the most emotional games I've ever played back in the day. So if it's like that, I don't really care about the graphics. But I'm gonna be honest, the graphics do look crap. This looks like a shitty Flash game to me. But I'm gonna take your word for it that there is a good game behind it, even though it looks like ass. Oh yeah, King Ferb says Jade wants to look at Dinosaur. He already played one of those. Why is this $28? Why is it so expensive? It looks like it was made in Flash for $2. Why is it $28? If this game, no lie, right now if this game were $7, I would buy it. $28, man? Look at it. It looks like the doodles of a 5-year-old. What happened here? 1 million copies sold. Oh my God.
And then DSP, on the 1st of 2026, went on a rant and said if he ever left streaming, there would be a content void on the planet and people would miss him playing games and the internet would never be the same again. And of course, the very first thing he says after that is about Kino Casino, the trolls, how he's not part of drama. And he refuses to be dragged into drama again. Wow, 2026 sounds exactly like 2025.
If your best day of work is because someone else had a bad day, you're not doing anything meaningful whatsoever to a single person on Earth. And if you didn't exist, everything would still continue. I want you to think about this. If tomorrow I decided I would never stream again, there would have been an entire ecosystem of people who would say, Phil's gone? I can't believe it. So I can't watch his content, I can't enjoy it, or I can't make fun of it, I can't clip farm it, I can't drama farm it. An entire ecosystem of thousands, if not tens of thousands, if not even hundreds of thousands of people would say, damn, DSP is gone. Now there's a gap. And that sucks. It's leaving a void in content creation on this planet. If the drama farmer content creators disappeared tomorrow, no one would give a shit because they would say, oh, well, move on to the next. Because they're all disposable. They're all meaningless people. Because all they do is keep generating and propagating this same toxic content. They're a dime a dozen. Anyone can do it. Anyone can be good at it. Anyone can make money doing it. And honestly, doing that is the easy way out when you have no talent.
And now DSP's gonna rant, where someone in chat says Down from the Rafters was active 25 minutes ago. And DSP's gonna say, see, I was on stream. I did not play it. It's not me. I sold the account. I'm done with the mobile games. But then goes on to say he still plays mobile games casually. And that is right, plural, not just one. He plays multiple mobile games casually.
To what I say. Someone literally just posted in the Kick chat. Of course, it's the Kick chat. They go, Down from the Rafters, which is the account that I used to own in a mobile game. Last active 25 minutes ago. Are you retarded? I've been on camera for 25 minutes and 5 seconds. Duh. I've been on camera for 25 minutes and 5 seconds. I'm not playing the mobile games anymore. I haven't been for a long time. I've been done with them. The fact that you just posted that in the chat proves that I'm not who you say I am, and all your shit is bullshit. Literally. It, like, right there, it says I've been recording for 25 minutes and 33 seconds. I've been broadcasting for 45 minutes, including setting up and chatting with everyone. I'm not sitting here playing mobile games. It's fucking impossible. Do I play mobile games? Of course I do. I play just like anybody else. I play mobile games casually from time to time. Okay, in fact, sometimes I jump between them. Sometimes I play one for a little bit. I get bored. I move on to another. But I'm not doing what I used to do. I don't sink significant time, money, or effort into them at all. It's just a casual thing that I do every once in a while. Usually when I'm already doing something else, like a time killer or whatever. You know what I mean? And that's what I was talking about with Asmongold. But what I'm talking about literally is the person in Kick Chat saying, that account that everyone accuses you of still having was just logged in. Like, yeah, and I was on stream. I was literally sitting here talking to you on camera when you're claiming that account was logged in and active. So how is it me? Crickets. But then they'll come back in 10 minutes and say, oh, look, it's you again. So that's what I mean. Like, I don't need to justify. I don't need to talk about it anymore. These people have gone beyond levels of any kind of rational thought because, again, all they want is to believe the toxic so they can keep making content and make money on it. So I'm not going to bring it up anymore. There's no point. Okay?
And if you want to hear the dumbest thing ever, and this will make you glad that he doesn't have a kid, DSP had to be told by a vet that he had to ration out Jasper's food because he was getting fat. DSP said every time he saw his bowl empty, he would fill it and give him treats throughout the day. I wonder, Phil, I wonder how your wife got so fat. And then everyone noticed the sweater that he's wearing was absolutely disgusted and stained. Then he played Arc Raiders, which, again, he threatened to quit if money didn't come in. And people were asking him, oh, do PvP or combat. And he said, no, I'm not doing it. And Phil, with your money going down more and more and more, you think you would do what your audience wants to get that money and build stuff back up.
Ugandan W Computer, I don't care if it's entertaining to you. You just sit here and complain about no matter what I do anyway. I hate to tell you this, but this is how the game is legitimately played and how everyone plays it. So if you don't like it, then don't watch Arc Raiders. Come back for something else you like tomorrow when we're doing Call of Duty and I'm trying to kill everything. Come back for that and stop bitching like a little whiny bitch. No one cares. Okay.
And Argentina was in the house with these gifted memberships from your future step obese wife. And despite the prices of PCs and PC parts going up, DSP thinks the excuse of Bitcoin, COVID, or AI is absolutely bullshit. The only reason the prices are going up is because the companies are greedy and want more money. Remember, this is a guy who has a business degree.
Alex from Phoenix says, I'm a little bummed PC prices are going to go up this year. Yeah, and there's nothing that can really be done. Every year there's a new excuse. First it was Bitcoin. First it was COVID, right? Oh, because of COVID, now we can't manufacture the components fast enough, so we can't get them there. Then it was, oh, now everyone's, using Bitcoin mining. So now the components are needed for the PCs to do Bitcoin mining. Then that whole market fell off. And now it's, oh, now we need the RAM for AI generation. You're like, fuck this. Here's the truth. They're always going to fucking scalp you. They're always going to rip you off. There's always an excuse for why it has to be so fucking expensive. It's not. It's all nonsense. They will always make another reason up that they need to make more money. Just like when you go to the grocery store. It's like, well, I thought that there was inflation because there was COVID, but then there was, production issues with. Then I thought there was a bird flu, and that's why the price of eggs are up, and that's why gas is up. But then the prices are still high. We're many years later, and the prices are still high. So it wasn't that. You just made it the fuck up to try to justify the fact that you're ripping everyone off by raising the prices, right? They can say whatever they want, but if the prices remain high, even when the market's changing constantly, then it means that that's bullshit. That's their excuse for not, right? Better? I tried to make it blend in more. Didn't really do much. That's just like the cost of game. Oh, we're going to raise the cost of games to $70 plus tax instead of $60. Okay, for what reason? Well, you see, the cost of games needs to increase because the games are going to get better. The graphics will improve. The length of the games, the amount of content that they have will improve. The games are going to be better. Then they start charging $70 for games, and all AAA games have been ass for 2 years. So you paid $10 more for worse for 2 years now. So fuck them. Fuck these assholes. They're blatantly lying to everyone. They just want more money. They're just fucking greedy. There's no justification that the RAM prices are going to go up that high. Now the graphics cards will be expensive again. They just want the money. That's the real justification for it.
And man, look at the state of DSP. That big fat head, the big fat torso, the skinny arms, the skinny legs. Mr. Potato Head over here. It's going to give you health advice because that is right. The health arc is back. And he's going to rant about people talking about his snack pizzas and midnight burgers.
So sometimes, let's say for example, one night I'm done on stream. I go downstairs and I'm sitting there with my wife and we have like an hour to hang out. And we're both hungry for whatever reason. Maybe dinner was a lighter dinner or whatever. And we're like, man, we're hungry. Well, guess what? Because we eat healthy, if at night we say, you know what, tonight, let's just toss a pizza in the oven. It takes a half an hour to bake. We'll each have a piece or two. We'll save the rest for like later in the week for another snack if we want. And that's what we have. And in that regard, it's kind of like a guilty pleasure, a late night snack. It doesn't necessarily need to be considered a meal because you're only having a piece or maybe two. And you can do that because you're not doing it every day. Because you're doing it as a rarity, as a treat. You can do it. That's what I was saying when I was saying snack pizza. But instead, retards on the internet think, oh, pizza is a snack? Making a whole pizza in your oven, that's not a meal, that's a snack. So what, you're just doing that all the time? And do you think I do that all the time? Look at me. Are you an idiot? Of course I don't. It's the exception. It's the rarity. It's the treat. Because you're doing everything else right. You can do that treat. See? But this is what people don't understand. They actually think that the pizza is supposed to be a regular dinner. No, it's not. The fast food burger, when you go to McDonald's, that's supposed to be a regular meal. No, it's not. That's supposed to be the treat in your diet that you have as a rarity because it's unhealthy for you. And Americans don't seem to understand that.
Remember, same guy that does DSP tries it once or twice a week. And in some of those, has 3 or 4 burgers that he tests out together, then eats them all. Then has his dinner, then has his snack pizzas. And you wonder, Phil, again, how your wife got so big. And when DSP revealed he was working out, he said at the end of his fitness journey, he would take his shirt off and show everyone the results. But now he's saying he won't take his shirt off because he's not gay. And everyone in Kick Chat is gay.
This is hilarious. All these gay guys in the Kick Chatters like, show us, take your shirt off. No, I'm not gay. I'm not going to show you my body. I don't have to. I'm happily married. So I don't need to show off my body to a bunch of gay dudes in the Kick Chat. You can go online and go look at plenty of gay stuff that's there. You don't have to come to DSP Gaming for that.
I guarantee you, if someone gave him $500, he would take his shirt off in a moment because he needs that money. He really, really does. And he played Call of Duty Black Ops 7 again, threatened people. If this stream doesn't get any money, I'm going to get rid of Call of Duty. You want it in the rotation, right, dudes? Well, we better pay up. And of course, his #1 target for this was Kick. And why? Why, dudes? Why are you not supporting?
All right. Hey, instead of you guys in Kick Chat all talking about the non-existent support goal, why don't you support the stream? Instead of just sitting there saying, oh, I hope Phil's going to hit this non-existent goal, ho, 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 because you did a stupid meme. Why don't you support the stream instead? And then you can stop talking like morons out of your buttholes. Okay.
And then DSP played Tainted Grail. How do you think this went for DSP? As he says, tonight's late stream is a test to see if Tainted Grail will work as a late night chill session. And then we have your future divorce attorney gifting a sub on Kick. And then this is a very important question about DSP and his streams. At DSP Gaming, how much is a well-supported stream? 500? 1,000? 2,000? Is there a goal? It's not trivial how much we need to donate to keep it in rotation. Please help. And then if you want to see how Tainted Grail went, well, let's see him play the game that was free and yell at his audience about not supporting it and not liking it. And look at the Kick chat. Look at all the Patricks right there.
Okay. Let's save. And let us split our part here. When we come back, there'll be another hour of fun Tainted Grail here on the stream. Where we'll continue on. We'll go give this to the, whatever her name was. I forgot her name. See if that quest continues. And then we will continue on with the story. So thanks, guys, for watching it. Again, if you like Tainted Grail, let me know. Like the video. Leave some comments. All right? Perhaps support if you can after the fact. I would appreciate that. And I'll see you all for the next part. Cool. All right, folks. I have to go pee. So I'm going to do that. For the record, I'm literally ignoring Kick Chat because there's no reason to acknowledge any of the nonsense. Like, if someone actually tags me in Kick Chat and says something pertinent to the stream, I'll address it. Everyone else, I'm just going to ignore. Like, there's no reason to pay any attention to the children there. Okay? But as for you guys on YouTube, thanks for chilling. Thanks for engaging and supporting tonight. So here's the deal. Take a look at where we are on the leaderboard. We're at 32 bucks of support, and the stream has been on for nearly 2 hours. I have an hour left of gameplay. So I would argue we have a decent engaged crowd for the game on YouTube and no one at all on Kick, but you can't really help that. Kick is apparently just demented tonight, okay? But there's no way that I can keep this in the rotation if we're going to have $30 nights, just being frank with all of you, all right? So let's see what happens tonight. If more people engage in support by the end of the stream the next hour, I'll continue and consider keeping it in the rotation on a night stream. If it doesn't go well in the next hour, we're done with this game. This is now the third attempt. You know, it's not like, oh, I tried it once, I tried it twice. This is the third attempt, and I can't, again, make people like it. I like it. I'm having good fun exploring and doing this stuff, but I can't make the audience like the game, okay? So let's see how it goes in the next hour or so. And I'll be back in just a minute. I gotta pee. Be right back.
And look at all the people banned on Kick. Keep in mind, this is only in the past 24 hours. And then DSP got so angry at Kick for all the Patrick Star emotes that he decided to turn off certain settings so they can't spam it.
Hold on 1 second here. Okay. I just had to change something quickly that people were spamming. I just put an end to it, so now they can't spam it anymore. Cool. And I can maybe turn it on again later when people start acting their age. All right.
And of course, as I told you earlier, he rage quit Tainted Grail. And you can tell how desperate he was. Because before, he had his VIP badge discount at 20 subs for a VIP badge. But tonight, it was 8 subs. That is how desperate he got. And that's how the week ended for DSP. Click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe my other channels on the details or the end cards. Also, follow me on Kick at kick.com/dashfire. And as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.